Alright guys, welcome back to some more Umineko When They Cry. Last time, we were finally introduced to the original Beatrice. Beatrice the First. Here we go. Woo! This is the one that Kinzo fell in love with initially. Alright, she's finally arrived on Wakinjima to this island. The year is 1944, and isn't she just beautiful, yo? Honestly, just seeing the original Beatrice like this reminded me of how much I actually really liked Beatrice at the start of the visual novel. You know what I mean? I just remember I'm reading episode 1, okay? I'm reading episode 1. I see the portrait of Beatrice, and I remember seeing the portrait going, I remember, if you go back to watch my episode 1 reactions, I don't know if any of you guys watched my episode 1 reactions or not, but I do remember thinking, man, that portrait is beautiful. That's whoever painted that, man, yo, that person did a great job, yo. And the portrait is beautiful because it was well drawn, but also because the figure in the portrait was beautiful too. You know what I mean? The girl in the picture she was very beautiful, and I thought, you know, that's a great portrait. All right, that's a fantastic portrait to have of your late wife, or I guess in this case it's a mistress actually, late mistress. A great portrait to have, you know, hung up in your in your house, in your mansion even. You know what I mean? I understand it. At the time, and when I first met Beatrice, I think we first saw in the tea party actually of episode 1, which kind of shocked me. I didn't expect to see in the tea party of all things. She just showed up and I was like, okay, hello Beatrice. I remember seeing her for the first time, seeing her design. I didn't dislike her really, right? I actually liked her at the start because I loved her design, right? I liked how she looked like. But then the following episodes, 2 and 3, and even 4, to an extent, she just did everything. It felt like this girl that initially, just from, you know, because obviously when we judge a person, right, first we just judge them based on appearance. So initially I just looked at her appearance and went, she's a good looking girl, okay? Her personality just completely, you know, I know this is the personality that Batter admitted last part. This is okay, yeah, I would love a girl like Jessica, blonde, western, whatever sort of thing, right? That's the sort of thing and that's why Simon made that personality. But that personality not only did not click with me, but also the way she was just so evil. I know why she was doing that now, right? Or at least I have my thoughts on why. But at the time, I saw red, bro. I hated her personality. So, and you know, for me, obviously, personality is much more important than looks. You know what I mean? So, initial impressions don't matter. I forgot about how good-looking Beatrice was over time, I feel like, because of how much I hated her, okay? The way she tricked me in episode 3 especially, man. Oh, I was real angry then. But I was also angry in episode 2. And she openly admitted to killing my family. I remember her laughing at killing my family. Episode 3 being the best example, because that's when Battery especially scolded her, was like, alright, I'm down to have this battle with you, but why are you laughing at my family dying, okay? What's up? So just keep my family, laughing at my family dying. And I was just going, yo, this woman sucks. And over time, I kind of just forgot how beautiful she was. It's kind of similar to Virgilia, you know? Virgilia, at the very, very start, when I first saw her, you should go check out my reaction to first seeing Virgilia. I was like, yo, natural white, silver hair, whatever, yo. But then eventually that kind of faded after she tricked me. Okay, her tricking me kind of hurt, but her tricking me hurt more than Beatrice tricking me, to be fair. But then now, right? We've seen this. I'm seeing Beatrice the First, and Beatrice the First, right? She's not the same person necessarily as the one that was killing the entire family and laughing at them with Backer, right? So I have no opinions of this Beato yet, right? So I'm seeing this and going, and I'm thinking, okay, right there. So yeah, I'm seeing this and thinking, okay, wow, yeah, no, she really was always. This could be the wallpaper, could be a really good drawing from whoever drew this. But I'm thinking, yeah, you know what? Beat did have it like that. Okay, she did always have it like that. My hatred for her just kind of made me forget about her, about that. But yeah. Anyway. Let me see. My pants are doing some wild things right now. Okay, anyway, so yeah, anyway, let's keep reading. Last time, Beato finally appeared on Okijima on the submarine, not on the ship. For some reason, I thought she appeared on the ship, but Kinzo did only say that she appeared from the sea, and for some reason I translated sea to ship and not the million of other methods one could appear by ship, by sea. Million of other methods. I mean, there's not millions, but you know what I mean. And she can speak English, and Kinzo's the interpreter, and we're gonna see how things develop from here. We're gonna see how this love blossoms, as one could say, and we are going to start up this part of Umineko. So let's keep reading now. I speak English. Let's go. Even though she's saying this in Japanese, I already went through this plenty last time, so I'm not gonna make a big deal out of her speaking Japanese, even though she's supposed to be speaking English. Okay, let's just keep going. As she came down from the hatch, a woman with beautiful golden hair said this in English. Okay. In this filthy cavern, the appearance of one as beautiful as she was seemed like an angel descending upon us. For Kinzo, this was love at first sight, yo. Kinzo couldn't believe it. Is the captain there? So this she kind of has the Kumasawa clothes, you know? Nah, actually, her clothes are much more tight-fitting than Kumasawa's. Because Kumasawa's clothes kind of just go woo, but hers kind of, the badonkadonks very much stick out compared to Kumasawa's clothes here. But they do remind me of her. Maybe the scarf too that she's wearing. I'm not too sure. Alright, anyway, Kinzo and Beato. Okay.
艦長は死んだわ。士官はあそこの彼だけよ。
お悔やみ申し上げます。何かお手伝いはできますか？
新鮮な空気と水が欲しいわ。
Some fresh air and water. Well, fresh air is over there. Water, chop people, give him some water.
まだ息のある人間もいる。休ませる場所が欲しいわ。
A place to rest. Okay, I mean that's a very understandable request, I would say.
協力しましょう。他に英語のわかる人間はいますか？
Do the others understand English?
いたけどみんな死んだわ。
But they're all dead. That's crazy.
私だけよ。
I'm the only one now. Okay. Oh.
後ろ宮、女は何を言っている？
Hey, yo, chill, bro. I'm talking to her. We're trying to explain things. Chill.
艦長は誰だ？さっきの男なのか？その女は何者なのか？早く通訳しろ。
Hey, yo, someone tell this guy to chill. The lieutenant wouldn't shut up. He must have been surprised to see such a beautiful woman appear from the submarine. And more than a little annoyed to see all of her attention focused on me alone. Racked lol. Actually, I should be saying that. Knowing what Kinzo does in the future, that's not a good thing. Okay. It was a mark of how divinely beautiful she was. She's just steering the way everyone is acting right now.
注意殿。彼女だけが英語をわかるようです。 彼女が彼らの通訳になります。艦長は死亡。代表者は先ほどの士官のようです。
あのうるさくあなたに叫んでいる男は何者？
Yeah, you hate him too, don't ya?
まさかあなたの上司なの？
Yeah, he is.
不幸なことに
Unfortunately.
私が美しいお嬢さんを独り占めしているのが
Hey,
気に入らないん
yo!
でしょう。
He's already on it! Already on the Riz! W Riz Kenzo! He's on it immediately! He met her for the first time not even 30 seconds ago, and he's already like, that's beautiful Lady Ultimate. Immediately! Damn, he wasted no time!
あら、
Oh! The Riz is working! Is she being charmed? It's working! Let's go! Man, I wonder if this Beto knows what Kinto will do to their child in the future. I don't want to think about that. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. But like, because how would that feel like, right? That man, it's like it reminds me of Berserk. It really does. In Berserk, there's a similar thing, incest thing going on. Thankfully, Berserk it's unsuccessful. Here in Umineko, it seems to have been. I say successful. You know what I mean by successful. It went with the with Kinzo's ways. In Berserk it didn't, but in Berserk there's also a similar thing where there was this dude. He was the king, actually, the king of the country of what was it called? Midgard, right? I think it was in Berserk. It's been quite a few years since I've read Berserk now, but I think Midgard, king of Midgard. You know, he had a wife and he had a daughter. I'm not too sure what happened to the wife. I think she right. I'm not sure if this was before or after, but okay. I mean, this is kinda all from the similar time. It's kinda spoilers for Berserk. But if you haven't read Berserk at this point, should I minor spoilers for Berserk? But yeah, the minor. I say minor spoilers. Am I okay spoiling Berserk? Do I timestamp you all? Can you guys skip onward? I mean, I can talk about Berserk, surely. Come on. If it's 2023, you've read Berserk by now. Okay. All right. Anyway. So, you know, they had the king of Midgard and his wife, and his wife was actually burned by Griffith. Griffith burned her in the building along with her down, right? He just went, arson. He's an arsonist. Burned her down. King never knew that it was that it was Griffith that did it. The king lusted over his own daughter, who I think she was 16 years old. So the king was lusting over his daughter. Absolutely disgusting, obviously. He got very close to sexually assaulting her. There was some graphic panels in the manga regarding that. Holy crap! But thankfully he didn't pull through, to say the least. But the Charlotte, her name is Princess Charlotte. She was in love with Griffith, right? The guy who, burned her mother down. But she doesn't know that. Shh, don't tell her. Burn her mother down. Don't tell the daughter. She still loves me. I love her. Anyway, Griffith does Griffith actually love her though? He doesn't really love her. He just wants power. She's just trying to marry the princess, the future queen, so that he can get in power. We all know how that works, right? Again, Griffith is honestly an even bigger piece of garbage than Kinzo is. Griffith is irredeemable. Okay, Kinzo, you want to sympathize with him? Sure. Griffith is irredeemable, yo. That man is evil. If you wanna know an evil man, that's an evil man. But okay, so. But the king wasn't any better, not much better. He was, he got shot in the end. It didn't work out. But yeah, it reminds me of that. And I'm thinking, right? If you're Beto the First here, okay? If you're Beto the First, okay? What would your thoughts be, right? What would your thoughts be posthumously? I don't know how to say that word. God damn it! But after your death, okay? Post death. There's I don't know how to pronounce the word. What if you're the guy you had a child with? Okay, I mean I wouldn't say, because I'm not gonna say husband, because he's not husband. She was the mistress in this case. He already had a wife. What if he loved you so much that he, that he did the absolute worst thing he could do to his own daughter, and in this case to your daughter too? What would if I was Beato the first? That's obviously disgusting, right? If I'm Beato the first, that's disgusting, Kinzo. Like, what, man? But of course, at the time she didn't know that. There's no way Beato the first would know Kinzo was gonna do something disgusting, or. But it's man. I don't know what to say, man. It's it's hard to talk about because I'm sure by that point Beato the first already died, or else obviously Kinzo would have done that. Kinzo wouldn't have done that to his daughter if Beato the first was still alive, right? His entire desire became so it was amplified so much by the fact that Beato the first had died somehow, right? Maybe the chlorine gas got her in the end. Maybe the after effects of it got her in the end. Who knows? But maybe her death amplified Kinzo's feelings, and he just couldn't forget about her, right? So there's no way that Beato the first could learn about what he would eventually do to his own daughter. But it's rough. Anyway, Kinzo's already written up Beato the first. Let's keep reading. I said I was gonna try reading more last part, but I've not done a great job of reading ahead. So let's keep reading. What? I didn't expect such racism from an Italian. You're saying Asians are incapable of flattery? What are you talking about? Hey yo! That's a joke, by the way, y'all. Chill out. Come on now. Oh. She's also raising him up. They're raising each other. They're already linking. Again, it's not even been a minute since they met, and they're already linking. Hey yo, they should have made Kinzo the officer. You been brought up very well. I don't know about that one. He's kind of been manipulated his whole life. But so this Beato the first, actually, she has the personality. She kind of does have a similar personality to Beato of the the Beato we know in the meta world. Actually, it's not that different. She has a similar personality. Beato the second seems to be the Beato that differs the most personality-wise, right? Well, actually, because Beato the third is the Beato we know in the meta world, and then, or I guess that's Sayoshiya, but we don't know their actual personality, do we? And then this Beato the first seems to have similar personality to Beato the third, so.
おや、私も西洋人にお世辞をもらえるとは思いま
Hey
せん。
yo! Hey yo, double racism? Flattery from a Westerner, flattery from an Asian? Hey, okay, they're just getting at each other. Haha.
あなた面白い人だわ。名前は？
What's your name?
後ろ宮金蔵です。
Ain't no way she's gonna be able to say that. She's Italian.
よろしければお嬢さんの名前も。
Again, you're not gonna be able to say her name. I highly doubt I'm able to pronounce her name. Beatrice Castiglioni. I don't actually know if I think that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. Ushiromiya Kinzo. I don't know or think that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. I'm not actually sure if that's how I'm pronouncing these names correctly. I try my best though. I do try my best.
Beatrice Castiglioni.
Oh, you don't pronounce the G. Castiglioni. You don't pronounce the G. Okay. Beatrice Castiglioni. That's the way she said it, at least. So don't press the G. Actually, I just noticed there's Leon in her, like in the Castiglioni name. Leon is in there. I just noticed this the moment I remember or I learned to not pronounce the G in the name Castiglioni. I noticed that there's Leon in the name. Is that why Leon's name is Leon? Castiglioni? Is there a connection there? Beatrice Castiglioni? Castiglioni. Okay. Beatrice Castiglioni. Okay. We'll try to pronounce that name.
ようこそ、ベアトリーチェ。
Oh, he's already pronouncing her right. Okay. He's already pronouncing her name correctly right away.
2歩目
Welcome to Japan. Great. It was love at first sight. That was when I first met Beatrice, the woman who would capture my heart for the rest of my life. For the better or for the worse? In some ways it was for the better, in some ways it was for the worse.
ベアトリーチェとはイタリア人だったのですか？
That specific part should not have been surprising to me, even though it was. But it shouldn't have been surprising to me, considering Beatrice is an Italian name.
そうだ。彼女は RSI 交換の娘だった。
Or at least it sounds very Italian, at least. Alright, so old Kindo's not talking.
どうやら彼女の父親こそが一番の積み荷だったらしい。
Oh, so not the gold? I thought it was the gold. Where does the gold come into all this?
残念ながらロッケン島にたどり着いた時にはもう死んでいた。
その交換がなぜ日本に
Although since she's the daughter of a high-ranking RSI official, maybe that's where she got the 10 tons of gold from, right? The high-ranking RSI official just had money on him.
スエズ運河からインド洋を越えてはるばる日本まで来たというのか
So I was right. Yeah, Indian Ocean. So I was right. Wait, Suez Canal. Is that South Africa, or is that? Because I'm gonna need to Google what this Suez Canal is. Actually, don't know what that is. Let me see. Googling Suez Canal. Where is that? Where is that located? Canal in Egypt. Wait a second. Oh, that was the route. Okay. Through Egypt, between Egypt and the Middle East. I see. So, not west of West Africa. That makes a lot more sense. Through the Suez Canal, so through the between Egypt and Middle East area, over there, they kept going down south, then through the Indian Ocean and all the way east, and after that all the way east to Japan. Okay, that's far. That's far to travel. Okay.
確かに同盟国としてはドイツの方がはるかに近いはず。なぜわざわざ日本までやってきたのでしょう。
途方もない規模の遠大な作戦か何かだったのかもしれん。
Yeah, that really played out well, didn't it? Huh? The chlorine gas and everything, leakage, the ventilation system shutting down. Yeah, that really worked out great. Great grand strategy, huh?
その全容はわからぬ。その潜水艦がただならぬ任務を帯びていたらしいことは後に理解することとなる。
They said that there had been about 60 of them at the time of their departure. Is this inside of the submarine? I'm thinking as well. I'm thinking, you know, this submarine, right? Grand mission. Kinto said, this submarine was far from a minor one, right? I'm thinking like, However, only about 10 of them, including Beatrice, had survived. The submarine had apparently hit a mine or something in the nearby waters and sustained a great deal of damage. They told us that it had flooded rapidly with water, which had taken out the batteries and released a large amount of chlorine gas. Yes, they did tell us that last part, yes. Their sub had become completely incapable of continuing further. Nothing but a massive lump of metal floating in the dock. So the entire you know, the entire thing just went to you know, entire plan just went to waste then. Since the sub seemed to be carrying something of immense value, the higher-ups ordered us to investigate. Well, wasn't that thing the father of Beatrice? So, isn't that the immense value thing? So, since he's dead, then there's not much value to the submarine, especially now that it's been contaminated. Is that the right word for what? I don't know, but it's gone. The ventilation system doesn't work. I don't know if you can fix that, Kinzo. I know you say you're an engineer, but I don't know if you can fix the ventilation system. And can you help with the chlorine gas buildup? Can you do that? I don't know, Kinzo. Do you know what to do with that? What contamination is that? Is that a right word though? Is that I think because you know you're poisoning people with chlorine gas. I'm not too sure. But okay. After questioning the Italians, with Beatrice and me acting as double interpreters, we concluded that this thing of immense value must have been her father himself. Oh, okay. Apparently, Beatrice's father was extremely high up in the RSI hierarchy, and it was thought that he might have worked alongside the Italian Prime Minister himself. Though their massive voyage had apparently been part of some top-secret mission, now that the man himself and all of the commissioned officers had died, the reason for coming to Japan remained a mystery. So it's just bruh. What's the point then? Well, what's the plan now? And where do the 10 tons of gold come in? And since the higher-ups were telling us to investigate, that meant that even they didn't know what it was. Their ship had broken down, their mission was unknown, and the high official they had been carrying was dead. And even the Japanese government didn't know why they were here. The Italians' great and perilous voyage had come to a meaningless and utterly fruitless end. Hey yo! Hey yo! Guys. At some point we're going to have to question Beatrice versus racism here. Hey yo, unless I'm misreading this. Hey yo! Like soy sauce! Nah, that's foul. Hey, Kinzo, this the one you want? Okay.
お互い様です。イタリア人の髪はパスタでできてるって思ってました。
Okay, right. Okay. You know what? I as someone that is neither Asian nor Italian, I'm gonna stay out of this. I'm not involved. I've never taken a DNA test, but I can very much verify that I'm not Italian or Asian. At least in high capacities. If I'm either of those things, I highly doubt it with more than like 5% or something. Okay, I highly doubt it. Yes. Okay. Wait, what? I mean, to be fair, it does kind of. I can't. It's pasta colored in a way. It's kind of pasta. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Al dente.
なら日本人はみんなスパゲティ迷路だわ。
よくご存知で。日本人はシャンプーの代わりにイカスミを使います。
Ah, oh, squid ink.
すごいわ。何でも知っているのね。イタリアに来たことがあるの？
Have you ever been to Italy? I mean, I don't think he'd have much reason to have been to Italy. I guess that's not his beloved home of old then. I mean, we already concluded that a couple parts ago, but...
ありません。
So it's not his beloved home of old. What the hell is Kinzo's beloved home of old?
しかし、本はいろいろと読みました。
東洋人がイタリアの方を？へえ、例えばどんな？
ニッコロ・マキャベッリ。
I mean, I've never read his books myself, but I've read about Machiavelli quite a bit actually. I actually have.
ダンテ・アリギエリ。
Okay, alright. Well. Speaking of someone that's read Dante Alighieri, the friggin' writer of this visual novel himself, this visual novel is riddled with references to Dante Alighieri. I'm sure the writer of this visual novel has read both of these people's works, you know, and incorporated them in some way in Umineko. I mean, I've already been told how much Kinzo's not Kinzo, Kinzo, how much the writer has put Dante reference in this, but you also have you know. So Kinzo's just talking about some very famous Italian writers. These are writers known all around the world. These are really...
だからあなたが永遠の淑女であることを存じていますよ。
おお、なんてこと。金蔵はとんでもない勉強家だわ。
That's what reading for 20 years, having nothing to do but read for 20 years does to you.
あなたはひょっとして日本では高貴な家の出身なのでは？
Pretty accurate, yeah.
さあ、どうでしょう。
He's being vague about it.
あなたは他の野蛮そうな日本人とはまるで違うわ。私にはわかるの。あなたはきっと高貴な家の人間だわ。後ろ宮家は日本の貴族の家柄なの？
Dang, she's really all over him. Holy crap.
とんでもない。宝石で一山当てただけでもただの成金の一族です。私が勉強していたのは高貴なるものとしてのたしなみではなく、何をすることも許されなかったら本を読むかバラをいじるか酒に溺れるかしかやることがなかったからですよ。
Beatrice hadn't asked that question out of malice. It had just been a curious question asked to a friend from a faraway country. However, Beatrice was from a noble family herself, so she could tell. She could see the faint, gloomy look on Kinzo's face.
許して、金蔵。あなたのような高貴な人がどうしてこんなおかしなところで軽率の身分に甘んじているのか。考えなかった
わ。私の一族などどうでもいいことです。死ねば後ろ宮などという姓は何の意味もない。
About that. About that, Kinzo. Maybe you should. Man, you really can't predict what's going to happen 40 years in the future, can you? You really can't. 4 decades later. Ah, man, the way things would change, bro. Did you mean nothing when I'm dead? Oh, it would mean a lot of things when you're dead, Kinzo. It would mean so much when you're dead.
そしてそれこそがようやく私を解き放ってくれるのです。
金蔵は死にたくて軍隊に？そんなのダメ。家族が悲しむわ。
They don't care about him.
家族など私には誰も。
No Kazuku? I have a wife for the sake of public appearances, and children. However, I've never wanted any of them. To be fair, Kinzo, leaving your children alone with your wife I know those public appearance, marriage, and all that stuff. You got 4, or maybe not 4 children by this point. I don't know if Rosa and maybe even Rudolph were born by this point, but maybe all 4 of them were born. That's kind of a horrible thing to do, to try and get yourself killed and then, you know, just leave the children with your wife. You know, it's not like your wife, you know, also wanted to get married with you. You know what I mean? Maybe she did love you, but maybe she also felt like she was pressured to do this because she knows it was because of financial gain that you two got married for public appearances, right? So from her POV, that you just went off to die and then she's just left with 4 children to take care of. That's rough for her, okay? Just saying, all right? I already, to begin with, that's not something I can respect that much. I understand why you want to die and all. I get it, but you know, I'm just saying. I know you didn't want any of them. I know you're forced into this entire situation, but I'm just saying. I get it. And that's the thing. It's a rough spot. It's a rough spot. I get it. Everything is a fleeting daydream created by selfish, greedy old men. So, at least being stuck on this island, I can forget about all of that and find some peace. Peace? But haven't I spent each and every day complaining that I wasn't sent to the front and haven't managed to die yet?
私にあなたの苦しみはわからないけれど、私の心ない言葉が傷つけてしまったことはわかるわ。許して、金蔵。
Let me just check something real quick. Right. Forgive me, Kinzo. Trust me, Kinzo at this point has a lot more. He should be asking forgiveness from you a lot more than you should from him at this point, that for sure. Yeah. Oh, those words. I think they set me free. All the Japanese people would call me Shiromiya. Every time I hear it, it's a constant reminder that I'm the property of the Shiromiya family. But she is different. She calls me Kinzo. How is it in Italian culture? Not to Shiromiya. How is it in Italian culture again? Do you call people by their last name or by their first name? Or is it also like in Japan where you call people in their last name first, and then if you get to know them really well or they're close friends to you, you call them by their first name? Because I know that's how it's like in Japan, but is that also how it's like in Italy? I actually don't really know how that sort of respect system goes there. If you guys didn't know, in Norway we don't care at all. We just go first name. First name. We don't care at all about it. You know, there are people that I'm friends with, or not even friends with, that I'm acquainted with, that I have no clue what their last name is. No clue. I've only called them by their first name their entire life. I'm sure they have a neat last name. I don't care, and I don't know. Okay, saying I don't care is harsh, but you know what I mean. So obviously the culture in Norway is very, very different than it is in Japan, and possibly even in Italy. So I'm not too sure how it is in Italy. I don't know. So maybe, just for the time I chat with her like this, I can forget that cursed family. Hey, I hadn't meant to make Beatrice feel guilty, but she seems certain that her thoughtless words had hurt me. She's that hurt over it, dang.
ありがとう。あなたが私を金蔵と呼んでくれるから、私はやっと自分を取り戻すことができる。私はようやく本当の意味で私を見てくれる人に出会えた気がします。
金蔵、あなたはとても遠い異国で出会った外国人だけれど、あなたの心はとても繊細で美しい。私たちはきっと近所に住んでいたなら、とても当たり前な友人になっていたわ。私も嬉しいのよ。 あなたは私のことをベアトリーチェと呼ぶ。
Wow, are you also used to being called Castiglioni?
カスティリオーニのご令嬢とは呼ばないわ。
We're both in the same position. It makes sense that we'd never learned her last name until now, because I guess in the same way Kinzo liked being called Kinzo by her, he really wanted to make sure that he called her Beato. So he always emphasized Beatrice, Beatrice. He never said her last name, and he didn't care about it at all. All you need to know, she's the Golden Witch, Beatrice. That's it. The Castiglioni part, that doesn't matter, right? Just like how they show me that Kinzo, I'm Kinzo, okay? You know, that's the sort of relationship they have with each other. I get it. We're both in the same position. Her Castiglioni family must have been a rigid place as well. Though we came from different countries, we had finally found something we could truly understand about each other.
金蔵は親しい者にはなんて名前で？
I don't, but I know people in real life. I have friends in real life that do have those kind of nicknames, but I personally don't. People just call me Amin. Y'all call me Amin too.
Yeah.
I don't really need a nickname to be fair, right? I mean, Amin is a simple enough name, right? There you go. I did have a cousin, a much older cousin, a cousin that's, you know, she's 40 years. Yes, I have a cousin that's 40 years old, so she's like twice my age, almost. I think she might be 38 actually, or something like that. She'd go like Amino when I was a kid. I remember, because when I was a kid, she was almost 30 by that point. You have to remember, right? So big age difference between us, even though we're cousins. But yeah, I was like 6 years old, and she'd be, I don't know, 26 by that point. She'd go Amino, and I'd go, hey, okay, are you gonna just give me that nickname? But she was the only one saying that. No one actually gave me that as a nickname. I don't have that as a proper nickname. But yeah, I can see. Oh gosh, darn it! Why did I say that? Now I can see you guys spamming the comments saying, I mean, you're gonna call me Amino from now on, aren't you? Why did I have to say that? Why did I have to mention that story time? I blame my cousin. I haven't met her in 4 years, actually. I don't know how she's doing. I actually haven't met my cousin in 4 years. Man, she's probably working hard. She has a son now. Yeah. She gave birth late, but she gave birth recently, a couple of years ago. I think she gave birth 3 years ago. No, I think she. No. More than that. No, because I'm. You didn't. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, she gave birth. Yeah, she gave birth after I last met her. Yeah. I haven't met her son yet. But I think she has a 3-year-old son at this point. I haven't met her in 4 years, but I think she has around a 3-year-old son. He must have been born late 2019 or early 2020 or something like that. I'm not too sure. But yeah, she gave birth relatively late. You know, because like I said, she's 30, almost 40 years old by now, right? I think if she gave birth 3 years ago, she would have been like 36 or 37. Which I would say is a relatively late time to be given birth. You know, I'm not trying to pressure anybody. I'm not trying to, you know, that's fine. You know, I respect, you know, whatever. But yeah, yeah. I've only seen him in pictures though. He can already talk, which is really funny. He's 3 years old. He's talking. He's rambling about, right? But he has a lot of company every day though, so he gets to hear a lot of people talk, and he's also being forced to talk. So he learned how to speak very quickly. So yeah, he also keeps saying that he's 6 years old. I remember I have talked to him through the phone. He keeps saying he's 6 years old, 5 years old, whatever, even though he's like 2 or 3, which is really that's something he liked. He's like, how old are you? He'd go, I'm 5. But yeah, okay, I'm going really off topic here, but okay, let's keep reading.
普通に金蔵と呼ばれていました。
Okay, yeah.
じゃあ、あなたは私をベアトリーチェと呼ぶのを改めるべきだわ。
And just call you Beato?
親しい人間は私のことを
は？
ビーチェと呼んでいた。
Hey yo! fine. Beato's fine. Beato's fine. Beato's fine. I think stick with Beato, please. For you. I'm. Hey yo, are your close friends really friends? I'm just asking. Are they really your friends? What was the nickname that Gab gave to you? Riche, right? She'd call you Riche. And she'd call Virgilia Leah. Bro, not Piche. No. Beato, please. Please don't make this a thing. Oh my god. They're not your friends. Ayo, they're not your friends, bro. Ayo, Beato, I'm saying this for your sake. They are not your friends. Imagine calling your wife or mistress in this case. You're calling her. I can't even say it. I'm laughing to you. Hey, BJ. Okay.
あなたもそうしてくれると嬉しいわ。
Please don't. Just call her Beato, please.
わかりました。
Don't. He's gonna say it, isn't he?
これからは親しみを込めてビーチェとお呼びを。
Might as well just go ahead. Call her a female dog at this point. Just do it, Kinzo. Go ahead.
ダメ。堅苦しい言葉はダメ。
ダメ。Okay.
だって私たちはもう友人なのだから。
It's incredible how fluent she is in Japanese, even though she's Italian, and she's supposed to be speaking English, man. Imagine she goes, "Oh no, you can't talk all stiff like that." A bright smile stretched across Beatrice's face.
あの美少があれから何十年を経ようとも我が記憶より薄れることはない。
おじい様はベアトリーチェと出会うことで自分を取り戻されたのですね。
Man, love is one hell of a drug. That's one thing we've learned throughout reading this visual novel, that's for sure.
平たく言や浮気だな。
Hey yo, Will, chill! Hey yo, I mean, he did do that though. He did do I will say this every single time. Will and Leon's relationship is so great. Their dynamic works so well.
ウィルさんは今後も出現を繰り返されるなら、お尻をかばわれる癖をつけることをお勧めします。
Every single time. Come on, Will. Hands behind your back. Cover your butt. Come on. Nah, but to be fair, Kinzo did kind of deserve that one. I mean, Will's not lying. He did cheat on his wife. I mean, yeah, he regained his sense of self. Cool, you can say. I mean, he cheated on his wife. That's just the facts. Okay, he did do that. After having his butt pinched once more, Will hopped around in pathetic agony.
おじい様にとってロケン島はベアトリーチェと初めて出会われた特別な場所だったのですね。
Wasn't that also the last place he met her? What? Did she leave this island at any point? Or did he leave with her at any point? Nah. Surely just stayed here for the 9 months it took for her to give birth to Beatrice II, right?
私がこの島に来ることがなければ出会うこともなかった奇跡の島なの。
It's also an island of destruction because a massacre. Everyone died here. An explosion just killed peeps as well. Dang.
その潜水艦基地の名残とやらは今も残っているのか。
Oh, I bet. Oh, I bet.
クワドリアンの近くに今も残ってい
See?
る。
I predicted that much. Yeah. Makes sense that Kyodorian was built around there. Yeah, yeah,
外界からは見えぬ入り江の影だ。吹き継がって漁師たちも近寄らなかった島だ。
yeah. Ill omened down.
私以外に知る者はもはやいるまい。
Wait a minute. Doesn't Kawabato know about it? Maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he only knows about the port, doesn't know about the actual base then.
クワドリアンと屋敷を結ぶ2キロにも及ぶ地下道はその基地の名残なのか。
2 kilometer long underground passage between Kyodorian and the mansion. So there is a underground passage like that, just like how I predicted. Yep. Because that must have been how Eva fled to Kyodorian. And it's 2 kilometers long though? That's a far travel. So Eva must have walked for 2 kilometers to get to Kyodorian in episode 3. 2 kilometers. Actually, it's not that long. No, it's not that long. That's a 2 kilometers. What? That's like that's not even that's a 20-minute walk or something, right? Because what's your average pace? Your average pace is probably like 5-ish, maybe close to 5-ish kilometers an hour. So yeah, 2 kilometers long. That's what 0.4 of an hour. What's 0.4 of an hour? That's 2.5. Is it? Let's see. That's 20 something. That's a little over 20 minutes, right? It's 22.5 minutes or something. Ah, my math hurts. Wait. 25, 50. Yeah, it's over 20 minutes, but under 25 minutes or something like that, right? Over 20 minutes ish. So it's a 20 between 20 and 25 minute walk, something like that ish. 2 kilometers. So it's not that long. Eva did not have to walk that long. So after killing Battler, Eva would have needed to walk for over 20 minutes to get to Kyodorian. Not that long. We can tax it up to 30 minutes because of, the stress of the entire family dying and everything like that, and then, the actual journey. Okay, whatever. Let's keep reading.
そうだ。鍾乳洞を改造した広大な地下壕で地下を網羅し、島内各地を要塞化するなどという寝言の残骸だ。私はその地下道を生かし、島の両端に2つの屋敷を作らせたのだ。
Okay.
2つの屋敷、2つの家族。後宮家の屋敷と後宮家から解放された金蔵の屋敷だったのですね。
Man for real built up 2 separate lives.
そうだ。私には必要だったのだ。後宮という呪われた生から逃れるもう一つの場所が。
しかし同情するよ。はるばる日本までやってきて任務を成し遂げられなかったとは気の毒の限りだ。
パパの任務が何だったかよくわからないわ。どこか遠くへ逃げ、大切な日までそれを隠さなければならないと言っていた。
Okay, then that's gotta be the goal. How are you gonna omit something that important from Kinzo? That's super important. To hide it? What? Surely that couldn't have been their father then. He's trying to hide something else. Come on, you idiots. What are you doing?
それとは
The gold has to be.
わからないわ。
Oh my god.
それはとても大切なもので、大切な日まで何年も隠しているつもりだったみたい。
For years? I don't think the war is gonna go for that long, buddy.
いえ、それと一緒に隠れているつもりだったみたい。私に異国の地で長い時間を過ごすことになるかもしれないと謝っていたから。
アンジェロ少尉は積み荷は特になく 君の父上が輸送すべき要人だったと言っていたが。
少尉はあなたたちを信用してないわ。私でさえ知っていることをいくつも隠してる。ひょっとすると少尉はパパの目的と積み荷を知っているのかも。
Understandable. If you just went out and said, "Oh yeah, the cargo's 10 tons of gold." Okay, fair enough.
それが何だったにせよ、それはイタリア軍の任務さ。俺らには関係ないね。
Seems like you did something to make it part of you, because how'd you get the gold, mate?
むしろ同盟国なんだ。頼ってくれればいいのに。
金蔵が良い人であることは疑わないわ。
This hurts. Don't say that, Beato, please. Don't say that Kinzo's a good person, please.
少尉にもあなたは信頼できる人間だと伝えてるんだけれど、どうして男というのは異教ではむやみやたらと厳格になるの？普段はみんなもっと陽気な人たちばかりなのに、ここへ来てからみんな妙に空気が張り詰めているわ。少尉は部下たち全員に常時銃を手放さないように命じてる。まるでここが敵地かのようだわ。
That was true. The Italians were clearly the very opposite of relaxed. The Japanese soldiers watching this began to suspect that the Italians didn't really trust them at all.
軍人ならおかしいことじゃないさ。むしろこういう時こそ規律を引き締めて友軍に恥ずかしいところを見せたくないんじゃないか。
就寝時には必ず根津板を立てるし、もう航行できないスクラップ同然の潜水艦に今もあなたたちを近づけないように見張りを立てているわ。私はなんだか日本人を露骨に毛嫌いしているように見えて気持ちが悪い。
True. They had set up a constant sentry by the submarine and had refused to let any of the Japanese soldiers come near. They're really trying to hide that gold, huh? This hadn't made the Japanese particularly happy. However, submarines are treated as classified in all countries. Maybe it was just natural for them to stop foreigners from approaching it without reason.
慣れない生活を強いられてみんな気が立ってるんだろう。天候と女将の都合で君たちを本土へ運ぶ船の派遣がまた遅れてる。君たちをいつ本土へ送ってあげられるやら。
We had been told that a boat was being sent for them directly from the mainland. But apparently, thanks to the weather, problems up the command chain, and the recent air raids, there were no ships to spare for a forgotten island like this. Understandable. There might have been some sort of diplomatic problem. After all, their homeland had already surrendered to the Allies. I didn't know the details. The only thing I knew for sure was that they'd been stuck in Rokujima for 2 whole weeks and no one had come to get them. Of course, we had some small boats on Rokujima. There was nothing physically stopping us from taking them to a nearby island. Still, Rokujima was technically a top secret base, and contact with the outside world had been strictly forbidden.
仕方がないし、それも悪くないわ。だって船が来てしまったら金蔵とはもう会えなくなってしまうんでしょ。
確かに。
確かに? Yeah, you're gonna say 確かに? Okay. To me, those 2 weeks for the first time I'd ever truly lived. I think 20 years before all seemed to vanish in the sparkle of those 3 weeks. I realized that she would have to leave this place eventually. And yet, this one moment felt so rich and dazzling that I felt myself wishing it could last forever. Then I heard a voice calling for Beatrice in Italian.
Angelo 少尉だよ。君に用事みたいだ。
またお小言かしら。日本人とあまり親しくするなと最近うるさいのよ。
The ensign approached, saluting Kinzo, and after glancing at Beatrice as though asking her to translate something, he began to speak in Italian. Judging by his tone, it sounded like something serious.
少尉はとても重要な話があるからあなたたちの指揮官に合わせてほしいと言ってるわ。協力を求めたいと言っている。何のことかわからないわ。
He seeks assistance with something. I don't know what.
重要な話。わかった。山本中尉を探そう。
Lieutenant Yamamoto, okay? Ensign Angelo had 2 of his subordinates with him and wore a stern expression on his face. They didn't have to say anything for us to realize that this must be something very serious. The winch creaked and the thick chains rang out with a dull clang. Very, very slowly, it was lifted up out of the submarine's cargo hold. It? What is it?
なるほど。イタリア人どもが我々を潜水艦に近づけたがらないわけだ。
The lieutenant and the others looked up at what the winch was slowly lifting up. All of them wearing unpleasant, forced smiles. It's the 10 tons of gold, isn't it?
なんてこと。これがパパの運んでいた積み荷だというの。
But why bring this much gold to an island in Japan?
すごい。
And how did Kinto manage to get hold of all of it?
こんなの生まれて初めて見た。
Bang! The gold. It was a mountain of gold ingots. Those carefully piled bars were being slowly lifted out of the cargo hold, one group after another. This gold had been their true cargo. I don't know where they were planning to take it. They might have been trying to sneak it into Japan, one of their allies, or they might have been on their way to hide it in some remote area. Was it some sort of strategy? A conspiracy? Embezzlement? Top secret transportation of wealth? Why would they just give? Could be many different reasons, really, but this incomprehensible amount of gold led to all sorts of dark suspicions, but we didn't know anything about the truth. All told, the gold weighed an incredible 10 tons. That was the only truth we could wrap our minds around at the moment. They had strongly resisted showing this to us. However, the submarine could no longer make sea, and it was apparently continuing to take in water bit by bit. Rokijima had been outfitted in an extremely slipshod way, so we had no means of repairing it. Also, While we could unload the sub, there was no way we could lift it up again once it had filled with water and sunk to the bottom. It was clear that unless action was taken, the gold would soon become completely impossible to transport. And so, they had made the decision to unload it. Okay. Of course, they made no effort to explain the reason for all this gold. They just asked us to help them take it out.
なぜこんな大量の黄金を国外へ。これだけあればイタリアの戦局を変えられたかもしれないのに。
Can you really change the course of a war with 10 tons of gold? How much did you say it was? How many? Was it 20 billion yen? He said it was $200 million. That would be right. Yeah, $200 million. That's 20 billion yen. But we have to remember inflation. So this is 1940s equivalent of $200 million, not current day. So at that time, $200 million would have been worth way more than what it is right now. Would have been worth, I don't know how many, at least add a couple $100 million on top of that, if it's by modern day standards. And so, is that much money capable of changing the course of the war? I don't know, but a whole war, I'm sure a lot of expenses go into it, but that's a lot of money though. It can definitely impact a chunk of the war. I can say that, I think. It can definitely impact the war, but can it really change the whole course? Can it change the ultimate result that happened with the USA and Japan? I don't think so. I don't know. But I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Italy? I don't know. Listen, I'm not a war expert. Y'all can let me know. Y'all could probably just try and do the calculations on your own. Try and figure out how much money this would equate to when it comes to military spending on troops and weapons, guns, cannons, planes, all sorts of stuff. Y'all can try and do that. Would it really have benefited Japan and Italy that much? I don't know. And the RSI? I don't know. But hey, okay.
戦局を変えるのは武器よ。でも戦後は何の役にも立たないわ。
Fair enough.
確かにお金も戦局を変えはするでしょう。
So is that your father's plan?
でも戦後にもその価値は変わらない。
I see. So is that your father's plan? Go to Italy with his daughter, take this massive amount of gold with him, then wait for the war to end, and use the gold after the war to do some big brain plays. Was that basically the plan? Was that basically the plan? They were waiting for the war to end, because I guess maybe the Italians at the time went on to this mission expecting. Maybe they were expecting to lose the war by that point, 1944. By that point, did people know that the war was going to be over soon, or that the Nazi, not the Germans, were definitely on the losing side by that point? Did Italy know this? Did Japan know this? I don't know, because I'm not a historian, but I'm not knowledgeable of the specific scenario. But maybe if they were, maybe they were like, alright, last ditch effort, alright, send a lot of gold to it. Let's go to Japan. Let's go on a hidden island, and then let's wait there for a couple of years, and then the gold will be useful after the war is over. Was that the plan? Seems hella ballsy, hella risky. Just go on a submarine with all this gold. It just seems so, it just seems so ballsy. But is that what they thought was the best option they had? Right? Just full in. You know what I mean? You either go hard or you bust out. You know what I mean? Is that what their plan was? They just risked it all on this one mission. There was no longer any way to change the course of this war. The Axis powers would probably all surrender, leading to an Allied victory. Okay, so they were expecting to lose by this point. 1944, they were already expecting, we're probably going to lose eventually. So this was maybe a last-ditch plan, like a last sort of, effort. Anyone could tell this simply by looking at the American planes flying across the sky day after day. However, gold would still be valuable after the war was over. Everyone stared upwards, dumbfounded, as the winch slowly lifted the dully sparkling gold. The chapter is over. Okay, that's where we ended. That's where we ended. Okay. What's this next chapter called then? The witch who came from the sea.
注意。イタリア人たちはこの黄金のことを本土へ報告しないことを望んでいます。
Lieutenant Yamamoto, the Italians don't want us to tell the mainland about this gold. Well. And the Italians also want to keep the secret from the mainland, from Japan. So they have the submarine. They carried this insane amount of gold with them from Italy to Japan. But they also want to keep it secret from the Japanese military. Interesting. Well, yeah, I guess they were planning to use the gold for Italian funds rather than to help the Japanese in any sort of way, because they were expecting to lose the war. So they were like, all right, this fund is for us, is for our RSI group after the war is over. It's obviously not for Japan, it's for us. But we're gonna go to Japan because that's the safest place to hide. Maybe they were like, alright, we're gonna hide in Japan, right? Because they're not gonna expect something like this from Italian military in Japan. Maybe that might have been the plan. I'm not great at war strategies or history stuff like that, so you guys can correct me and all that if you want to. But yeah, I'm gonna end this part right there. I said I was gonna try to make more progress, but I feel like I did. I feel like I spent a long time talking that part too, but I had a lot to say, I guess. I'm gonna end this here. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this at least as much as I enjoyed reading this. I'll see you guys. See you guys next time for some more Umineko when they cry. The witch who came from the sea. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed watching this at least as much as I enjoyed reading it. And alright, y'all. Peace.